Ну что, гуруру? Приветик всем. Фризик, Барли, Ростислав. Привет-привет. Серега Бан, приветик. Казик, здравствуй. Люси, привет. О, Ёжик-чан. Неужели? Да, действительно, ты попал. Привет-привет. Скоро уже пойдешь. Ну да, у тебя время там уже. Ну хоть попал уже, ну супер. Лёха Петров, приветик. Жаль, меня на прошлом стриме не было. Есть запись стрима, можешь глянуть, как мы там всех выкручивали. О, ребята, короче, я тут немножечко побегала еще, собирала. Считаю, у нас откручено 20 сколько-то там. Сейчас даже глянем. Ну, нормально, короче, откручено. Мы должны сегодня вытянуть Легу. Желательно, конечно, C1, но даже если проиграем, не так страшно, зато будет гарант. Но от Куки мне нужна теперь C6. Руру! Да. Приветик. Так, ёжик. Ранний подъем, плюс в последнее время паршиво себя чувствую. О, как я тебя сейчас понимаю. Так. Приветик. Привет. Ну, насобрала, да? Я немножечко почистила себе карту. Вот тут еще, в принципе, немного не закрыла. И пустыню так. Пробежала слегка. Не, на Нилу не оставлю. Мне, в принципе, она пока не нужна. Если там когда-нибудь понадобится, выкручу на каком-нибудь Юриране. Так. Ёжик в кармане его пострим, я успел. Ты успел. Мы только начали. Такс. Короче, ребят, помните, на чем закончился тот стрим? Если кто не помнит, я напомню. У нас сработало задание архонтов, и фиг, я встретилась с Тигнари. Короче, так, сначала вопрос. Вы прошли сюжет в пустыне? Сколько ушло на Сайно? Много. Много ушло. В принципе, все, что у меня в тот раз было, то и ушло. Ну, плюс его сигнатурка еще. Пустыня вышла 4 дня назад, ты что, 24/7 играешь? Ну так, села и пошла просто. Увидела сундук, забрала. Естественно, нет. Конечно, я нет. Открыл 2 статуи в смеру, это все. Ёжик красава. Так, я прошел. Короче, сегодня мы с вами потопаем в пустыню, само будем проходить этот сюжет. Прикол вот в чем. Я, когда завершила стрим, я пыталась тэпнуться на точку Монт, чтобы ничего здесь больше не срабатывало. А мне все точки телепорта были заблочены. Я такая, твою мышь! И пошла дальше с этой Катериной шляться. А там хрена кат-сцена. Ни хреновая такая произошла. Я такая, ё-моё! О, с одной стороны, жаль, что вы не видели вот этих эмоций моих. С другой стороны, хорошо, потому что для многих это было бы спойлером. Вот. Но я все-таки завершила потом квест Тигнария. Все там супер, все там хорошо закончилось. Более чем довольна. И вот сегодня мы с вами потопаем. Но то, что у меня были просто недоступны точки телепорта, это было прям вообще обидно, обидно, обидно. Плюсом я поставила себе ежедневки в специальном манштате, подошла к той Екатерине, у меня сработал квест уже в манштате, то, что ивент происходит, такая, да ё-моё! Короче, да. Да, Константина Затора. И с одной стороны, когда ее увидела, у меня были такие смешанные эмоции, типа ни хрена себе. Но с другой стороны, опять же таки, вот сейчас сижу и вспоминаю, ну не особо прям так впечатлило меня это все-таки уже. Кого из следующих баннеров буду крутить? Пока не знаю даже. Вообще без понятия. Кто будет? Всем привет. Приветик. Асинапсис. Если я правильно произнесла ник. Если нет, прости, пожалуйста. Я, кстати, офигел с красоты Дотори. Прям вообще классный мужик. Да, есть такое. Так, ну погнали. Не, ну если бы сейчас полетела Лего, это был бы бан, да, согласна, с одной стороны. Сейчас 20 круток сюда сделаем и побежим по сюжету. И там будем иногда подкручивать. Угу. Ну, здравствуйте. Вновь. Какая же жизнь извиняться перед людьми за то, что не уверен в правильности прочтения их ников. Да, есть такое. Это точно. Это жиза. Я хочу на хиду с Сигной. А потом, если получится, скоромучу. Хорошее желание. Не, скоромучу, конечно, было бы интересно выпить. Кого из персонажей сейчас хочешь выбить? Сейчас хотелось бы Сайно. Ц1. Лучше, конечно, Ц2, но Ц1 было бы тоже хорошо. Блин, вот вы говорите за хейт, а у меня его даже нет. Так, окей, ладно. 20 сделали, погнали. А мне куда вообще надо? Мне сюда куда-то. По этой тропинке надо. Знаете, что я вам скажу? Собирать на Сайно жуков — это та еще боль, как оказалось. Прям реальная боль.
A blonde-haired traveler and a floating fairy. We've got you, all right. Take a look around. You've fallen right into our trap.
Они бессмертные, что ли? Чё за движ?
Core of 30? We're nothing like those government lapdogs who don't even get scraps for their work. We are an elite brigade that commands the highest commission rate in all of Sumeru. We're here on the orders of a client known only as the Outcast.
Учение господина изгнанника, это, я так понимаю, Дотора и есть. Ага. Ну да, логично, логично. Ко мне за 2 дня зашло человек 5 за жуками на Сайно. Слушай, ко мне тоже. Дофига просто. Я такая, да ё-моё. Мне сами они нужны. И также шлялась по всем мирам своих друзей.
One with nature. Right here. Emerge. It isn't over yet. Here comes reinforcements. The wind knows me.
Так. Бабл, привет, я выбил Сайно. Как ты и говорила, я побегал по миру, покопил круток, на 23-е после Кицин выпал Сайно. О, слушай, я тебя вообще поздравляю. Реально молодец. У меня в последнее время вообще новые четверки не падают. А, точно, я же баннеры не кручу, потому что очень-очень жизненно. Потому что когда вышла Куки, я не крутила, потому что она была в баннере сыта. Потом был у нас... Гора еще был, тоже в баннере сыта, я также его не крутила. А потом у нас был Хейден, у меня было уже 70 откручено, я ждала Сайна. Короче говоря, да. Понимаю. Ну, когда-нибудь, да, они упадут в любом случае. Я в 3.0 вообще не крутил ни одного баннера. А что у нас там за баннера-то были? Я даже и не помню уже. Дед, наверное, коза была. Какоми и кто-то еще вроде, да? И Тигнари. Вроде да, да? Я тоже не крутила, скипала. Кадзуха плюс я и топ. Ну да. Ну это очень быстро. По дефолту всех так почищать. После 50 круток в 0 дори я тоже не кручу новых четверок. Аллея краш. Ты все, ты потек. Ежица. Тебя потом по иголочкам надо будет собирать, верно? Опять же, 96 круток на Хейдзе, а его так и не было. Вот это скамище. А с какого числа в Геншине крутки раздавать будут? Без понятия даже. Сейчас просто нам на почту приходило 4 письма. Вроде всего 4 их должно быть. А когда вот сам этот ивент начнется, что-то даже не знаю. Эх, люди, копить себя не уважать, оно того не стоит. Ух, как далеко. По иголкам меня не соберешь, я колючий. Ой! Не вари мне! Эти иголки липовые.
Actually, it's very smart of the traveler to be wary of me right now.
After all, the doctor has shown that his technology can apparently even control human minds. Plus,
Опять же,
it's not
копить
like you could
полгода,
have known
чтобы
what
выбить
happened
все
after we
4
split up, and I
кицин.
was facing the
Слушай, я
doctor by
вообще
myself.
помню, после первого баннера Сяо был
Even
баннер
if
с
Cole is sad
кицинкой, и
with
я
love
тогда
after
еще
a
плохо
torrential
разбиралась в
storm,
игре, и
and
я,
occasionally
я
passive
крутила,
patches sky.
и я выбила. Зачем?
My mom feels like only the real Nahida could come up with such an obscure analogy. Huh?
Вот это мне было
I
обидно,
wasn't
когда до
trying to
меня
win a
дошло.
quest or anything. All I wanted was to
Ёжик, все, ты
clarify my
пошел.
point. Well, we understand that point now.
Фразочку тут еще свою коронную пишет. Будьте добрее, люди к вам потянутся. Ну, оно логично, логично. Я вообще стандарт крутила. Неплохо, неплохо. Мне с констами только делюкция 2. Неплохо. У меня вроде Чича С1, Кицинка С1 вроде бы, наверное, не помню. Либо С2, либо С1. Джин С1. Все вроде. Ну и Мона с делюком без конст. Да, спадки бабулита. Ох, бабулит. За бабулиту костыль тебе обеспечен для профилактики. Запомни. О, Федя. Привет, привет. Где моя кека? Вот скоро пройдет, как играю. Неплохо, мне делюк только за 1,5 года где-то упал. Первый. На 58-м ранге. Ёжик, а чё ты смеешься? Я ж тебя давно уже предупреждаю. Опять в привате наказывать. Ну, это звучит как-то странно, слушай. У меня тот же вопрос про Мону и стандарта ее, и Джин до сих пор нет. Мне Мона упала после того, как я в вопросники нажаловался, что нет Моны. Вот это я понимаю. Слушай, может так все время нам жаловаться? Я в начале игры увидел на одном стриме, как Чича очень сильно кританула. Захотел ее и крутил стандарт. Выбил меч Сокола. Но он как раз на Чичу. Без Чича. Она такая. Пойду пожалуюсь на Аку за 200 круток, пускай вернутся. 130. О, твоя Аква — это нечто просто. Я ее буду помнить всю жизнь, мне кажется. Лучший лайфхак. Как, смотря стрим. По сюжетке, которую ты не прошел, не словить спойлеры, не смотреть сам стрим, а сидеть в чате. Нормально, нормально. Фермер Джек, привет, привет, привет.
What's it called? Satyavada life? Oh, I see. That's right, we're old friends. You've come at just the right time. Ever
since I've come here,
Hypatia, you're way too excited about this. Actually, for you to leave the Avidia Forest means... you're not in training anymore? Wait, no. Did you already finish your training and reach Pariporna
У
Life?
меня трижды коронованная цица и кицин. Делюк мой муж. Мон отличный саппорт. Меня гача почти никак не заскамит.
what do you
Я
think?
прямой ивент лягу из стандартных челов. Тоже, кроме Джин. Слушай, а чё, у Джин ведь реально
My
годные консты.
consciousness has already managed to make
Хорошенькие.
contact with the divine.
Но, в принципе, сама позиция правильная. И ивентовые леги, ну, нормальные. И стандартные. Тоже неплохо.
Congratulations!
It's so exhilarating to share this sublime joy with others at long last. When my consciousness made contact with the gods. Ah, what a supreme and unparalleled experience that was.
Ого! Это выглядело странно.
That sounds incredible!
Oh, all right. Actually, please wait. I haven't forgotten my promise to you.
У меня всего 3
Remember?
выигранных
I
50 на
promised to
50
help you understand what you
при
saw
игре
from
с
Irminsul
Лиризой
once I
и ни
gained
одного
your
делюка.
insights.
Ё-моё, это что у тебя там тогда за леги-то?
My current self has not only
Это очень
gained true
интересно.
insight, but I can even help you establish a direct connection to the consciousness of the divine.
You can do that?
А у тебя какой ранг? Если ты задаешь вопрос мне, то у меня 59 на данный момент.
I've never heard of anything like that, but if you want to give it a try, I'll do my
Слушайте,
best to protect your
я тогда сказала
consciousness
то,
during
что
the
мне
process.
пустыня очень сильно понравилась. Прям любимая локация. Я забираю эти слова.
Hold
Она
on.
очень
I'll
красивая,
browse
да,
some
очень
spirit porn
атмосферная,
now
да.
briefly.
Но
This is
эти
still a crucial
загадки...
part of the ceremony.
У-у-у. Особенно, когда вот эта невидимая стена, о, меня уже начинает просто раздражать.
All right now. Hold my hand. I'll help you establish a pathway to connect your consciousness.
Okay,
Ready?
Ну-ка. И что сейчас будет? Ага. Ну,
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand. The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies.
а что
My
происходит?
fury will never be quelled.
До меня дошло.
The
Да
first to
ну.
betray me was a god. My creator. My mother. Valuing strength above all. She saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human. My family. My friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me. Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounce the world and laugh in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity. There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
Вот у меня сейчас такое же выражение лица. Ни хрена себе. Извините меня, ни хрена себе. А стоп. Не, блин, сейчас, секунду. А, когда я его впервые увидела, да, я такая типа, какой ты прикольный. Потом в сюжете инадзумском я такая, ах ты гад, нельзя так о людях, вообще, в смысле, человеческие жизни ничего не стоят, вообще, ты что-то вообще какой-то, что-то ты попутал. А вот сейчас уже немножечко знаю, блин, зная вот эту историю, ну это уже логично. Блин, как он Райден сказал, то, что матерь, ну, мама его, я такая, аж, у меня аж мурашки. Ну, нифига. Так, там был вопрос, на кого я буду копить? На него! Он моя следующая цель. Нифига себе, конечно. Это было реально мощно. Блин, его даже жалко с какой-то стороны. Теперь мне. Вот про это я тебе тогда и говорила, про эту катсцену. И ты мне хотел ее проспойлерить? Ай-яй-яй-яй-яй-яй. Бан.
Only that which beats within my chest wasn't a filthy mortal heart. Oh, great and merciful God, please grant me forgiveness and salvation.
Do you understand now? I'm afraid this is no periporno life, but rather...
You! Why are you so mean to me? Why is everyone hiding from me? I found divine wisdom. Shouldn't I receive praise and honor?
Да, конечно, слушайте, вообще... До сих пор отойти не могу от этого всего. Он в 3.3? Ну, накопить, думаю, успею.
Wait. Have I already lost my mind?
Ну. На Райден он мамой назвал. Да. Ну, считай, вот то, что кукла, он. Но она же его создала. Создатель является мамой, считай. Ну да, технически-то оно так. Ух ты. Ух ты. А что происходит? А ну-ка. Нифига себе. А если попал? Вау. Ага. Ё. Беги. Она перенеслась, да, в ее сознание? Скажи, что она перенеслась в ее сознание. Что она спасена. Всё ок? Нет? Что? Ох, ё. Не нравится мне это. Я тебя вижу. О, боже мой. О боже. А чё все так это? Это не у меня ведь лаги. Это оно такое само сейчас было, если чё. А Тигнарь-то тут откуда появился?
different. You're back!
Oh, the traveler's back?
Nahida was
Чё
controlling your
произошло?
body for a while. Seemed like
Так,
she
она
jumped
перечисла в
over
твое
to you as an
сознание.
emergency measure right before the Catherine puppet was destroyed.
Екатерину уничтожили. Чего?
After that, Tainari heard the commotion and
Наши
came
крики
over.
услышал Тигнарий и
He helped
прибежал
us
на
defeat the
помощь. Он помог нам
mercenaries, and then
справиться с
he ran
наемниками.
with us all the way here.
Ага.
What? You swapped places? You mean your consciousness also went into Nahida's body? Wait, then where is Nahida's consciousness?
То логично, что оно на месте, блин.
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this. Had I not seen it with my own eyes, I would have never believed it. I don't think this can be
Нифига
achieved with
себе,
current
тут
human
это прям
technology.
Это чё?
Also, while we were running, the
Oh.
consciousness in your body told me to pass on a message. She said,
Что
"The
она
doctor
сказала?
has found a way to trap my consciousness, so I can't journey with you anymore. But even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies."
М.
No! Nahida's trapped in the sanctuary of Surasthana for good this time.
О,
Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague. Oh, that makes sense. Since the doctor captured her, she won't be able to say anything without him knowing. She's being extra careful. Even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies.
это было сильно.
Huh.
Так, а
knows
Карамуча у нас
the moon
будет боссом,
illusions
да?
and lies are from the alchemical divination at the Sub-Zero's festival.
Это первая стадия босса наполовину в земле.
Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before?
Ничего не поняла?
To do with Sataria. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. But she isn't with us anymore.
Да справимся, мы там были уже.
Think we'll be
Paimon, you said Sanctuary of Surasthana. Does this mean that this Nahida you're talking about, the
О,
consciousness who was
до
occupying
него
the traveler's
дошло.
body, is the
Your guess is correct, but the situation's a bit complicated, so it's really hard for us to explain right now.
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased right away. As for the complicated nature of the situation, I've spent some time with you, and it looks like the Dendro Archon's also on your side, so I trust you.
Thank you, Tainari. Oh, actually, we came here to ask you a question. What do you know about the project that the sages have been working on?
Ah, that. While I was indeed invited to join that project, the sages were always secretive about its scope and goals. So all I know is that that project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
Huh? Did you see something when you were in Nahida's body?
Академия помогает. О! Блин, точно. Это же так логично все.
What?
Офигеть.
Do you have any evidence?
Вот это да. Хо-хо-хо-хо-хо.
So that's what happened. That explains why Hypatia's symptoms were different from those of the other scholars who went mad. It's because she made contact with the consciousness of a new god who is still in the process of being born.
Tainari, did you leave the Avidia Forest because
Вот
of
это
Hypatia?
да, блин, конечно.
I did. I noticed Hypatia's mental anomalies, but since her symptoms were rather
Интересно.
atypical, I secretly took her to Party's DI and began searching for a way to return her to her
Что
normal
логично?
self.
Логично это то, что они реально делают из него божество новое.
If I didn't take action, Hypatia would have already been taken by the Matra to the desert, doomed to a life of exile at Aru village. Now that you mention it, I knew the Academia has never thought particularly highly of Lesser Lord Kusanali, but
But I still didn't expect them to do something as arrogant as creating a new god. Looks like I made the right decision by not accepting their invitation.
Чем им Кусуналь не
The
угодила?
doctor and
Ой,
the
не
balladeer.
знаю.
We have
Они же
two
ее, в
true
принципе,
harbingers
ну и
in
не
Sumeru.
признают до сих пор как
Sounds
Дендраархонта-то.
like we're in for a bad
Для
time.
них предыдущая вот Великая Властелительница, вот она, да. А на эту они прям огромный болт забили. Если даже вот при перемещении из ее тела мы вот увидели, в чем она заточена, если она все время вот так, ну вот в такой оболочке заточена, то это вообще пипец. Типа Скоромуч мудрее будет или как? Не знаю, с учетом того, что у Скоромуча творится в голове, и через что он там пережил, понятное дело, там уже далеко не все в порядке. Непонятно, как это все вообще будет происходить.
Come find me here if there's anything else I can do to help. May the spirit of wisdom go with you.
Thanks, Tainari. Hopefully Hypatia will feel better soon.
Угу. Он-то оглянулся. Ну да, реально оглянулся. Так. Угу. Так, позже увидишь... Я поняла, кого не буду произносить имени, потому что я это не выговорю. Сопа, она разве не умерла? Нет? Что за спойлеры вообще? Обычного школьника в СНГ проблем с башкой больше, чем у Скоромучи. Это точно. Это есть такое.
Remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside.
Во флешбеках. Ну ладно.
It's gotta be the divine work of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right?
Красиво.
Enough
Ого!
talking. Come on, follow me.
Как ветер просто пронесся. Бесшумно.
Over here.
Я понимаю, у тебя очень красивые глаза, но не надо вот типа, все, сюда идем. И мы такие побежали, поскакали. Чувак, у тебя ноги проваливаются на лестнице. Что за догонялки? Ну ладно, все, прощен. Аля, фиг с ним. Да, он самый.
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago. There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors.
Покажи глазки. Глазки покажи.
All I did was correct a mistake
Покажи
I happened to
глазки.
come across. It's a habit I developed at the academia.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Al-Haytham. We never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the academia?
Длинная, да, у нас сюжеточка предстоит. Опять, видимо, разделим на несколько частей.
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the academia's hit list. I can't say that I didn't expect it. However,
Пусть точит зуб, пока он у них есть вообще.
don't you think you'd already be the Eremites' honored guests by now?
a point.
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged
Сюжетка
to the camp
длинная,
that
2
promotes researcher
части.
autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the sages can offer.
О, глазки показал. Ой, или тебя выпить. Он так смотрит, я прям таю.
Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still
Ой,
investigating
скромный
the
ты
divine
какой.
knowledge capsule. Unfortunately, I've run into some difficulties. Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos. If I am to get to the bottom of this, I must... Which brings me back to you, and why you're so interesting.
Ну-ка.
The leader of Ainul Ahmar used the divine knowledge capsule right in front of you. And upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you interested at all in sharing what you've been hiding from me?
Конец сюжетки, следующей обнове будет. О, да ладно. Опять эта фраза мир забудет меня. Ага. Ага. Значит, следующая обнова будет считать как продолжение. И это интересно. Окей, хорошо. Угу. Ладненько. Будем
So
проходить.
that's your answer. Well, I do work for the academia after all. So considering that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close to your chest. But that does prove you do have some undisclosed information
Часть
about the
региона с
divine
вихрем.
knowledge
Блин,
capsule.
было бы классно на
Am I
самом
right?
деле, если вот эта часть региона с вихрем уже была бы открыта. Так,
No
хочу туда
matter.
попасть.
Rather than simply learning the answers from you, I'd still prefer to investigate on my own. Speaking of, you two are also headed to the desert?
That's right. We have the same plan as you. But we don't really have any concrete goals at the moment.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more resources and intel than anywhere else. Well,
It's always better to travel with someone you know. Let's go!
Так. Так, как бы сделать десятку или... Не, давайте сейчас десятку, а потом по одной. Угу. Ладненько. Угу. Ладно, даже не помню, какой ты консты. Ну, навряд ли последняя. Ну да. Блин, а чё по одной-то? Четверочки. Надо больше.
Wherever in this world I roam.
Так. Я жду Пепельное море, там должно быть
before us lies
интересно.
Aru
Ну,
Village,
по-любому.
the safe
По-любому.
haven of the desert folk.
Whoa. This
Снежная
landscape
нужна.
is really something else. What a cool place. Let's go check it out.
До Кривого региона нам еще топать и топать. Ну-ка. Слушайте, здесь только катсцен всяких разных. Не, ну красиво. А? И? Ни хрена себе. Вау. Ну кто победит? Ну-ка. Чего? О,
Сайно.
Вот это
Unless my memory
эпичное
fails me, we
появление.
have barely spoken
Как
two
он на
words
скале
to
так
each other
завис, а?
before now at the
Как
Academia.
Человек-паук просто так сидел и
Would
все.
you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Oh, Hatham. Do not think you can escape my judgment just because you managed to escape my attack.
О, суровый мальчик.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Мне нравится их перебранка.
Who is that, Al-Haytham? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
Опасно. На нее быковать, генерал. Это точно.
Yes.
Это точно.
General Mahamatra Сайно, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed
Много кто
academic
пытался.
crimes.
Ну, это точно.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al-Haytham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer. Otherwise, there will be consequences.
Ну, типа, я не так уж сильно ему и доверяю, когда рядом он стоит.
Everyone doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
Все, я снова с вами. Ху-ху-ху-ху-ху-ху.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Al-Haytham,
Аль-Хайтам, кстати, коллега Ганью. Ни хрена себе, да ладно. А как они так это познакомились-то? Или в том плане то, что он тоже секретарь?
take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
А, в плане, что он секретарь. Ну это да.
The divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormuz?
Бабл, заметь, пожалуйста, знаешь... Да, он уже выбил сразу всех героев, Сайно и кого-то еще. Не, слушай, не знаю, честно. Ну, я ж фри-то-плей игрок. Мне... Я не смогу просто выбить всех. Мне демов тупо не хватит. Натлан — это регион какой стихии? Пира вроде как.
And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert?
Он читер? И как он так читерил-то? С первого раза.
As far as I'm aware,
Да ладно,
the other
видение
Matra have been
всякое
speculating
бывает.
about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's, let's say,
Я
morally
как-то
dubious?
рассказывала то, что молодой человек 4 лет вытянул
If I was the real
из
target of your mission, what
стандарта
was stopping you from simply using
с
your authority
разницей,
and
ну вот между
resources to
каждой
judge me
легой
within the
примерно
walls of the
около
Academia?
4-6 круток разница. Так вот, после того, как я это все вам рассказала, он 5-ю достал оттуда легу. Также где-то спустя 7 круток.
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
Вот это читерство.
You two! Ugh, feels like we can't trust either of them.
Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Красивые глазки.
Wait, Dia?
Классно.
Great! Finally, someone that we can trust!
Молодым человеком ютуберш подкручивают. Неправда.
You gotta help us out here.
Неправда.
Otherwise,
Лучше бы мне так подкручивали, блин.
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe
Какой твой
haven of our
самый
village?
любимый персонаж из героина? Ну, я поняла, из Геншина это Сяо.
It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some
Сяо
sense
навеки
into
в
your
моем
thick skulls
сердечке.
until you finally learn to respect these grounds.
Нифига себе, она там порядок навела, слушайте. Моментально все по шее получили.
Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
Я хочу докачать дружбу с Сайном, чтобы почитать, что он говорит об Аль-Хайтаме. О-о.
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so strong. Is this a sandstorm? Paimon's gonna get blown away.
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly!
Опа.
We have to take cover.
Someone's calling for us. Oh, this wind is too strong. Let's get over there.
That sounded like Candace. Come on, you two. Jeez, are all of you academia folks such hard work? Move it!
All right, stop yelling.
Как мне нравится. Вообще. А чё ты не садишься? Присядь рядышком.
Well, this is pretty awkward. Hey, wanna play sardines with three people who wanna tear each other limb from limb?
Мотового тигра и медведя посадили в маленькую клетку.
The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace.
Блин, какие у него обалденные красивые глаза.
Our savior has come at last.
Все-таки что персонажи, что люди с гетерохромией очень красиво.
Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for helping us.
There's no need to thank me. It's only
На
right to help
коленях
each other when the
там
weather
пусть
gets rough.
присядет. Может помириться. Очень сомневаюсь.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started. And now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest. If anyone dares to start
Кстати,
anything again
почему-то
while they are
я
under
раньше
this
думала,
roof,
что у Сайна намного
I will
длиннее
not
волосы,
hesitate to
типа,
send them
ну,
out for
как у
some
Рейзера,
quality
хотя бы
time
до
with the creatures
поясницы.
of the sandstorm.
Oh,
То ли мне это приснилось, то ли реально были для нее волосы. Но я даже заходила на канал Genshin и искала вот этот трейлер по всем регионам. И нет, короткие, такая нифига себе, реально что ли приснилось?
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia.
Видите, как простая 4-звездочная девочка просто всех пятерых, ой, всех троих 5-звездочных просто заткнула, уткнула и наказала.
Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
Это прям круто, сочно.
That's what I like to hear. So, which of you will begin?
Да-да-да, заткнула, заставила мириться.
I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While all Hatham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Huh? Exile yourself?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request, but I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me.
Если я умею скоро, я опять не смогу ее выбить.
I began to
А
realize
она
that
скоро вообще? Кто-нибудь в
they were
чате в
cautious of
курсе,
me from the
когда
very
она, в
beginning.
каком патче будет? Нила, потом Нахида, потом Мика, прощайте мои деньги.
Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. He even said to me, "The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us."
So they really are up to no good.
Фига себе логика. Это все равно, что... Ну, блин, это нелогично.
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold,
У меня нет возможности
they are
донатить. И не
meaningless
надо.
to the Academia of
Не надо
today.
донатить. Это всего лишь игра. Накопить вполне реально. Не накупишь в первый баннер, на
I
реран
believed it would be
обязательно
wise to flee
получишь.
the Academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. This way, they can no longer see nor predict my actions.
Мудрецы выше матер, как бы, поэтому логично.
I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need for someone else to give me power
Но одно я
or
поняла
authority.
точно.
Once I find the
Есть
truth,
ученые,
I
есть
will
мудрецы.
administer judgment by my own name.
И ученые намного ниже, нежели эти мудрецы. Это я точно поняла.
Cyno seems to have
А
the
вот
same
какое
goal as
положение
us.
Сайно
We're all
занимает, я так
investigating
что-то
the
и не
sages.
врубилась.
Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary. Well, Cyno, if that's your story, then why did you see Al-Haytham as a target?
Всегда пишу с ошибками, потому что одним пальцем пишу.
When I was
Нормально.
investigating the
Бывает
matter
всякое.
in the academia, I overheard a conversation between Al-Haytham and a
Мудрецы — это
sage.
правители Сумера, матры, полиция, Сайно — главный полицейский. О, спасибо, Казик, ты все прям мне сейчас объяснил нормально. Я теперь хоть
The
понимаю.
sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Al-Haytham?
Ага. Чего?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the divine knowledge capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the traveler. After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward?
Ну, окей,
So,
логично,
I
логично.
began my own investigation following the lead of
Я
the
уже не знаю,
divine
кому из них
knowledge
двоих
capsule.
верить. Мне, конечно,
In
ему
the
хотелось
end,
бы верить.
I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane
Айн
for long enough to hold a
аль-Ахрам.
conversation.
Ахмар. Да.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
Да, вот,
I'd
кстати,
already
а
given
что
up on
насчет
the
меня?
assignment by then. I only told the academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the divine knowledge capsule.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the academia. Also, you were the ones who decided to follow me
Именно
and
вы
strike up a
сделали
conversation
смертным.
after I left that tavern.
Ну, да, это факт.
True.
Ну да, 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 да,
Al-Haytham
да.
helped us out at Caravan
Повелись на его
Remark as
глазки,
well.
на то, что он вернул нам Мору.
Maybe he's telling the truth.
И побежали за ним.
I'm willing to apologize if that's worth anything to you. I took the divine knowledge capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied. After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
You should be well aware, Scribe Al-Haytham, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Блин, какой взгляд так грозный вообще.
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy, for now.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out. My situation is pretty
Нормально.
straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home. I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to Aru village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here. But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style.
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
Это кто рычит?
Whoa! What was that sound?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home.
Creatures? In the sandstorm? Are you sure you don't want some backup?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is added to...
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
Значит, силачка, да?
Oh,
Ну
it's
ладно.
down. That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though. Is she alright? Maybe we should go out and check on her.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. All right, let's go.
А где они? Эх. Десятку или 8? Десятка или 8, ребят? Десятку. Так, кто еще что скажет? 10. Давай 10. 8. Угу. 10, 10. Ну понятно, короче. Окей, ладно. Ё-моё. Как страшно. Ну дайте Куки последнюю консту, да. Ну пожалуйста. Нет! Последняя, супер. Это хорошо, это хорошо. Все, что ли? Да ну, блин. Все, готово. Последняя конста дома. Так, это мы сразу... Хобана. Тут... Ну да, еще 2 консты надо. Так, и Куки. Срочно по приказу генерала надо Бабл сдонатить 100 Genshin. Чего? Нет, вы чё? Какой донат же Genshin? Что это? Блин. Ты эти еще.
Oh, Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with...
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated. Before I realized it, even the sand...
Here comes another wave!
Leave this round to us. I got interrupted earlier, but now I have...
It's been quite a while since I've seen the Flame Main in action.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Но мы-то зачем здесь?
Right here, right now, right here.
Ну, правильно, конечно, меня тут схватили. О, еще.
When are they ever gonna let up?
Все.
Creatures stopped appearing. Was that the last of them?
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Так, а ты кто?
Huh? Who are you?
Ah, my apologies.
Ух ты, какой
I haven't had a
загорелый,
chance to
слушайте.
greet you yet. I had
Ну,
my
вообще, по
hands
сравнению
full
с ним,
taking care of the
бледный,
village's
как
elderly
поганки.
and children. I am the chief of Aru village. Everyone usually calls me Uncle On.
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now.
I can't say they've always been common. But recently, the storms have become increasingly severe and frequent. Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes. According to an investigator who stayed in the village a while ago, these unusual natural phenomena are related to the withering of Irminsul.
Another effect of Irminsul's withering. So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
Everything in the natural world is inextricably connected to Irminsul.
Everyone in Aru Village needs to take good care of themselves. Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
Village keeper? Who are they? Village...
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru Village refers to mad scholars exiled here by the academia. Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity after a period of training in the Avidia forest. The academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So, they're forcibly exiled to the desert. Though if you ask me, it's all a...
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. One by one, the village keepers have been mysteriously disappearing without a trace. But no one in the village has ever seen them leave. If you're planning to stay around the village...
I've had encounters with those people in the past. I'll see what I can do to help.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you trying to alleviate your guilt and atone for your past sins?
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will eliminate you, regardless of my position or identity.
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert in these kinds of investigations.
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these poor scholars. First they lose their sanity.
Обезумевших ученых отправляют в пустыню, где неподготовленным людям тупо не выжить. Вопрос, в Академии знают о последствиях?
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some of my former subordinates.
А что с ними случилось, с твоими прежними
Let's
помощниками?
start by finding a spot to share what we know so far.
Так. Да, выше. Выше, 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 выше. А, вот сюда.
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation?
У мудрецов другие заботы, как спереть побольше снов и тому подобное. Тоже верно.
One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident. The academia has long exiled mad scholars to Aru Village. A mysterious... When mad scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But initially, the people of Aru Village greatly resented having to take in the mad scholars. Aru Village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Seeing buildings on the verge of collapse all around him, suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands. A soft, green light radiated from him, despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night. All the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots reaching deep into the ground.
Значит, они не были
In the end,
обезумевшими-то.
Not a
В таком
single building
случае-то.
collapsed. And no, after that, the people of Aru Village treated the mad scholars with greater kindness
Блин, прикольно.
and began to refer to them as the village keepers.
soft green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru village? What do you make of it, traveler? Paimon thinks so too. Actually, Sayano, do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to...
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the academia could still monitor their activities. With that said, the main...
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then! Add in the fact that they calmed down,
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it appears you possess much more information than I do. So, what do you make of the story? Really? Lesser Lord...
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her power to the mad scholars!
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon, the Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord
Покойный
Rukkhadevata.
властительниц
They've more or
Академия
less
всегда
ignored
уделяла
Lesser
намного
Lord
больше
Kusanali,
внимания.
and I've never had any reason to doubt their views. In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds.
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... How should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise. Even...
I've spent many years interrogating criminals, so I can easily tell when someone is lying.
Good! Then you should know that we're telling the truth!
That look in your eyes. How can this be? To think, our Archon has been amongst us this entire time.
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills to good use for this investigation. But easier said than done, especially since we don't have any leads.
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
Блин, я прочитала, вы здесь, чтобы помочь мне найти девушку. Такая, чего?
Huh? Who are you?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak. You'll help me find my grandpa, right?
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa. Why do you have to call him that? It's not like...
Ну а что, пускай даже и девушку. Я вот тоже хотела бы, наверное. У тебя уже 2 дочери есть. Ты что? Посоветуйся сначала с ними.
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family.
Это уже невозможный квест.
I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please, you gotta take me with you. I want to find my grandpa. I swear I'll help. I won't be a nuisance.
Ah, so you're the one who was eavesdropping on us around the village chief's house. I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was, but I had a vague feeling that they didn't harbor any ill intent.
Whoa! Hatham wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. Sayno, he's just a kid. All he wants is to find his grandpa. Let's find a way to help him.
Sorry, I was only listening in.
Поэтому лучше замутить с Архонтом. Райден, иди сюда.
If you don't believe me, you can ask Miss Candice.
All right.
Придется самокот откапывать. Боже мой.
Sayno is super vigilant. Is this what all the Matra are like?
Дочери дочерьми сами скоро замуж захотят, а папка холостой.
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping outside the window. He really wants to get his grandfather back. Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city. He was raised by his grandfather. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isak was still very young at the time, so various families in the village took turns caring for him so he could survive. Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought that, however, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak referred to the man as his grandpa, one summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to be... So grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars. The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him. It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy, but appeared to be living in his own world. Almost. Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace, and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa, want me to take you somewhere fun?" Or, "Grandpa..."
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad. It seems...
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. But even... It's also my reason for fighting. I must continue to protect this land.
Maybe the people have always had a considerate god watching over them.
Huh? What did you say, Sayno?
No, nothing. As long as Isak keeps his word and doesn't get in our way, we can take him along.
Где-то видел подборку про то, что ваш любимый персонаж говорит о вас. Ты целиком туда попадаешь.
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for.
Так, окей.
Please accept my
У меня
thanks on
любимый
Isak's
персонаж это
behalf,
Сяо,
Sayno.
и на данный момент Сайно. Что вы можете обо мне сказать?
Hey, Isak!
Перед тобой упал человек, который весит 500 килограмм. Твои действия.
It's you guys.
Выдохнуть. Мне кажется, это единственное, что я сделаю.
We've cleared everything up. Let's go find your grandpa.
Я могу сказать, что ты хороший босс. Спасибо.
Really? Wow! Thank you so much.
Сайна, или что-то жить на скамейке запасных. Ну, пока я полностью историю персонажа не узнаю, я не могу ничего о нем сказать. Просто вот почему-то вот на таких персонажей я ловлю жесткий вайб. Это вот Сяо и он. Даже не знаю почему, но Сяо все равно на первом месте. Он все равно повыше чуть-чуть. Сколько тебе лет? Мне 22 года. Угу. Так. Но в принципе, не. По единичке. Потому что мы уже очень близки. На всякий случай лучше по единичке. Не, какая десятка? Не, десятка уже была. Куда мне надо? Вот. Тебе.
Excuse me, did you happen to see where
Десяточка
the
уже
missing
была.
scholars went?
You mean the village keepers? Oh, let me think.
Сделала себе 16 лет. Ты... Что?
When I was
Чего?
eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating
No.
mushrooms and trees.
Okay.
Anything else? No, I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
У тебя после последней 10 было вроде 66. Далеки еще далековато, может быть. Слушай, было откручено 20. 20. Блин, сколько же было откручено? 26. 26 было откручено изначально, еще с прошлого стрима. Я накопила 48. Что-то, но должно же упасть. Если оно будет тянуть меня по самое-самое не хочу, то это будет печально.
Don't change the subject.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars. I think
Ну
it's been a few
там
days since I
примерно
last saw them.
70 и должно
I
где-то
usually
выйти.
go to bed pretty
Плюс-минус.
early, so I'm not too familiar with
70
what
с
goes on
чем-то.
at night. But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've...
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good
Я хочу
people?
просто очень сильно оттянуть этот момент.
Grandpa?
Потому что мне очень сильно страшно.
Hello there. It's little Isak. You mean that nice man who looks like your grandpa's long-lost twin, right? He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes.
Меня все ляги тянут до 79-й крутки. Блин, единственное, кто меня прям очень сильно тянул, это я. 86-я крутка. При этом на стриме я ее не выкрутила, а потом мы пошли в Дискорд плакаться вместе. И я там насобирала еще на несколько круток, и она выпала. Ниже.
Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and space out near the village entrance.
76 по 80 самые высокие шансы. Чаще всего там падать. Ну это да. Но не по гаранту было бы круто, потому что, считай, кицинка мне упала на 70 какой-то крутки. У меня было откручено 70, я крутанула десятку, и она выпала. Потом Сайно достаточно долго ведь не падал. Он ведь прям тянул очень сильно. Так что по логике вещей сейчас оно не должно так сильно тянуть. Ну, все, конечно, рандомно, но хотелось бы.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for taking care of him.
It was nothing. You're looking for him, right? Did he go for a walk and get lost?
Yeah.
That's no good. Well, once you found him, come by my place again and I'll cook a little something for the both of you. I've known you since you were very young. So as far as I'm concerned, you're family. Please.
Wow, what a nice guy.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Huh? Don't say anything for now.
Что такое? Что случилось? Ну-ка.
Isak, stay here. Let's head over there. Stay quiet as you move.
Хотя реально немного выше с помощью воды проверяли. Я тоже проверяла. Я их двоих поставила в чайник еще. Выше, ниже, бесит. Почему мне кажется, то, что я максимально не туда бегу? Меня забыли! Ждем. Ждем. Пока ждем, крутим. Так. Угу. 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 Ясно. Здравствуй вновь. Да-да-да-да-да. Бздык. Сюда. Сюда. Привет. Стоит ли новичку крутить молитвы новичка? Ну, покрутить можно, конечно. Ничего там страшного не вижу. Там хотя бы... А почему вниз? Почему вниз? Наверх. Ясно, ладно. Ну а так решать только тебе. Там никакой особой разницы. В баннере новичка ты гарантированно получишь на эльку. Ну и, возможно, еще кого-нибудь. Я точно помню то, что я получила тупо 2 на эль. И все. Я вам говорила, как я ненавижу лифты вот эти, да?
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth, and those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle.
Ну давай. Супер. Куда мне надо? Я себя чувствую максимально тупой.
Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Have you heard? The mighty Scarlet King, the sovereign of our faith, will...
Yes, of course I have. The Scarlet King is the one and only true ruler of this land. Still, you say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like life's about to change around here anytime soon.
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of the Scarlet King's civilization in ancient times. We don't quite know why, but it seems like there's some sort of connection between insanity and the Scarlet King. Isn't it a sign of the Scarlet King's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final sacrifice for the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Люди вообще какие-то обезумевшие, да?
Huh. Now that you say it, that does make some sense. Does this mean our lives are finally going
Ну
to
да,
take a turn
конечно,
for the better?
заживете вы за счет других.
Exactly. Those city folks
Блин,
get what's
подло,
coming to
подло,
them.
очень подло.
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Huh?
Бу.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Эпично, эпично.
Yeah, bro, this guy's something else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I am no match for this guy.
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear, and that the Scarlet King will return to this land. I'm not making this up, I swear! Hey, go on. It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the academia. They keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good life. Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all praying for the Scarlet King's speedy return. Delavar also said that once the Scarlet King returns to our side, it's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the other side of the wall. They're all—
Is that so?
Seems like he still wants to know more.
Got it! At first,
Нормально
I
все,
told
короче, на
myself it was
того
just the drink talking.
спихнул. Все, типа, давай ты рассказывай, все.
Just as the rumor said. Please don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty, then everyone else around here is also guilty. I'm just saying what the others said.
The people here really like the Scarlet King, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
Where is this radical person you talked about?
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village. What about you, man? Have you seen him at all?
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's really not here right now.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not.
I have many ways to stop you from talking. And many others to stop you from sending warning messages.
Слушайте, звучит очень жутко.
So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact anybody. Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this. Try something foolish, and even Candace will—
Yes, got it.
Нормально. Жуть навел.
Сайно is pretty terrifying. He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh, Paimon bets—
I heard that.
Sorry.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places. Very well.
I'm here.
Надо бы пройти его задание легенд. А обязательно. Мне
Where's
прям
your
самой не
grandpa's
терпится уже.
Well, I can take you there. Just follow me. Grandpa, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him.
Что-то далеко он на деревне-то живет.
Really, I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa.
В шахте, что ли? А, там домик.
This is where Grandpa usually stays.
There sure isn't much here.
No.
Incense? Please don't say it's the same one as before. But are you okay? Are you getting dizzy or need to lie down?
There's a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tainari saved the day. And then he gave us a long lecture to explain all about how it worked.
So, you know Tainari.
Huh? You know him too? Are you two friends?
Что, в следующей неделе разложу комп и буду все проходить. Да, блин, долго тебе, кстати, проходить, если так подумать-то.
Now that I concentrate, I can also make out the scent of it.
Wait, surely Tainari didn't lecture you too?
No, no need. Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house? In the forest. From a scholar.
Он сам ходит без нас? Офигеть. Это неожиданно. Такое хоть раз вообще когда-нибудь было? Куда он там пошел? Ага, смотрит на следы. Я за тобой. Что там? Было? Было когда? Да ладно. Почему я этого не помню? Вот так, чтобы реально... Ну, вот мы делали одно, а персонаж не просто вот рядышком стоял, типа, вот ты вот там собери дрова, я тут сейчас костер разожгу. А он реально ходит прям... Ну, когда? Где это было? Освежите мне память, я уже 100 лет вот этого не делала всего.
Here it is. Take a look right here.
Paimon doesn't see anything.
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand, there are footprints here.
Встреча Барбары и Беннета, точно. Так, ага. Сейчас я буду вспоминать. Барбара.
From the size and shape,
А
they
где?
belong to an adult male. This pattern is a common one from this area.
Она пряталась за деревом, помню.
This was probably someone from the village.
Да, Беннет точно бегал сам.
The scent is quite faint, but still extant.
Это когда он нам дорогу, считай, показывал вперед. Это не то.
But who would come looking for Grandpa? He doesn't have any friends.
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
В конце по Монду гуляли в одной концовке. Ну вот, сюжетку Монду я уже даже и не помню. Не, основную часть помню, а вот что-то такое маленькое, честно, уже нет. Считай, 2 года назад это все было. Вроде в руинах, когда разделились на 2 прохода.
Exactly. Most scholars are fond of incense, since the smell supposedly helps them clear their minds and discover new knowledge. Even deep within the clutches of madness, they still yearn for their knowledge-seeking days, and will follow the scent whenever it presents itself.
No, Grandpa. So someone's taking advantage of their weakness? Huh. Are the rumors really true? Could the disappearance of all the mad scholars have something to do with the radicals?
It's highly likely.
Please, you have to save my Grandpa. Grandpa's never done anything wrong.
Sounds like we'd better help get him back. Don't you worry, Isak. We won't let whoever took him get away with it.
Let's head to Aru village and inform Candace and the others about what we learned here.
В доп-квесте пустыни, 2 пустынника на твоей стороне воевали. Это я знаю, это я помню. Этих я не забыла. Что Рана воевала на нашей стороне, что они, это было очень классно и очень приятно. Птичка топ. Да.
Ah, welcome back.
Новая птичка, которую почты дали, не скоро будет кем-то сменена. Да, то, что она не пищит, это вообще кайф. У нее такие глазки классные, вообще.
You bet. So, everything goes smoothly?
Reasonably.
I'll hate them didn't go with you?
We haven't seen him at all.
Huh. I saw him around the village entrance earlier and figured he was investigating with you. I guess he must have gone off on his own.
Did you find out anything useful? I see. So someone used a kind of incense to
Да,
lead
летает она
exiled
круто. Да,
scholars away
согласна.
from the village.
Вот это ее свечение очень классное.
The resurrection of the Scarlet King?
Но если бы были
First I've
аронары,
heard of it.
то пофиг. Если бы они издавали свои звуки в движении. Они шикарно, да. Они
Far as I
классно
know, the kind of
передвигаются.
incense you just
Ножки у
mentioned
них
is only
всю-всю-всю-всю-всю-всю.
popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, there aren't many scholars still studying around these parts. No seller would be able to make a profit here. Not to mention, making incense is a labor-intensive process. You won't see anybody in the desert with the patience to make or sell something that requires that kind of effort. It seems someone from beyond the wall must have been supporting this.
Makes sense.
So what should we do then? Do we go back to the academia and search for...
If it was any other day, that would be your next logical step. But today, you've got me on your team. Didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern? Well, I also like to drink at the tavern, so I know...
If Paimon remembers correctly, the leader of the radicals is...
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, Enger, the wide-eyed
Энгур,
butcher, and
круглоглазый
Jabari, the
мясник.
duck-tailed bearded crook. A
Делавар,
whole lot of them are known
рябой
around these
бандит.
parts.
И Джабари, бородатый ятаган. Что? Где ты их слышала? Я
These
даже бы
guys
их
have
не
one thing
запомнила
in common,
никогда.
and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in the Scarlet King. Way they see it, the Scarlet King's resurrection is their only chance at overthrowing the Academia. Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in the desert. Anyway, that's my guess why they've chosen to become radicals.
Tia! You're amazing! You really know this place inside and out!
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence. Every mora I've spent in the tavern has been a valuable investment.
Let's head out.
Now hold on, you're staying right here, Cyno.
Why?
Чего? Это еще почему?
Our village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. I'd bet the desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on the outside of the wall. You survive on making connections out here. Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of. But that also makes it a whole lot easier for me to gain the locals' trust. I need to go around and ask some questions, but it'll be difficult if you're with me.
Fine.
Ятаган — это вроде клинок такой, не помнящий
Then we've
конкретно
got a
по
plan.
нации.
The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebot with me,
Интересно.
and we'll try our best to figure out where the mad scholars have been taken. Cyno?
Alright, sounds like a plan!
Ага. Он по-любому должен быть в курсе. Или она. Они что-то знают, по-любому. Позвольте. Вот так. Ну, тут круче места, мне кажется, нету, чтобы покрутить. Ну все, короче, докручиваем. Дубина, ладно, окей. Да ну нафиг, а? Серьезно? Понятно. Ясно, понятно, все. Сколько открутила, уже и не вспомню.
Most humans could have the entirety of their fleet. Cyno, please don't take offense.
I don't mind.
Ah, I see. Well,
No, it's natural to fear strength. I take.
Ясно, понятно. Угу. Чуть больше 70. 70. Сайно не понравилось, что ты с Альфой там возил. Ну, походу, да. Круток 4.7 еще предполагаю. Угу.
I know what you mean. I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms?
Блин, фигово то, что редиску не прокачаешь более 30-го левела. Она мне сейчас очень сильно пригодилась.
To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their whim. We're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control. Nothing more. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believes we're underserving.
Редиску, что в Анаране.
Geniuses like Sataria are one in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate. Even though the academia...
That's terrible!
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Да похож, конечно, на лук, но я почему-то называю редиска. Как его можно так быстро прокачать? Да, фиг знает.
No, not at all. This place just gets me thinking, that's all. Besides, we're here to procure information, aren't we?
Yep, we gotta catch those...
Shh. Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want anyone to find out what we're here. Our mission started the moment we arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find someone I know. Just our luck. None of them are here today.
You mean, you don't see anyone you know?
Я не знаю, как я эти печати находила, я просто выполняла всякие задания, побочки и плюсом. Ну, сундуки все открывала, что видела, и все.
Zaki. Finally, a friendly face.
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land? Hello, hello. I'm Zaki. Dia's,
Бутыльники.
how would you put it? Drinking buddy?
We've had drinks together a few times. You could say we go back a ways. Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any Outlanders so friendly and respectful.
Absolutely. Much better than those people on the other side of the wall. So, Dia, are you looking for someone?
Yeah. Have you seen Enger, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Of course I have. Matter of fact, we were all here drinking together just a few days ago.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends might be interested. Know where I could find him?
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days. So, you came here to...
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan Rebot are like family. If there's more to be made, why not?
Yes, how considerate of you. Delavar's my friend too, so...
Нормально, она втирается в доверие. Очень профессионально. Это, знаете, метод Кеи. Помню, когда-то он нас также обучал. В этом в задании с Наэлькой вроде как. Со встречи с ней.
Are we there yet?
Yep, this is the place.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on. A wild stab in the dark.
Нифига себе поворот. Сам ты дойная корова.
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru village? The boys have kept a close eye on you. Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people from...
So, you've been watching us from the...
Uh-oh. I knew leaving Сайно behind was a mistake.
And you left the strongest one in the village, didn't ya? Who do you think?
So you and Delavar have been partners...
Dia, I guess it's only natural for a traveling mercenary like you to be out of the loop. Those of us who hang around the tavern have stronger... But you got one thing right. We're all looking forward to an uprising in Sumeru.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samio would have convinced me that you're one of...
Delavar. And Engar, you're here too, huh?
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary. You should have known the traitors are what us followers of the
Dia, I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand that the Scarlet King is greater than the
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocent scholars, all
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their mind.
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long as there's a profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
Enough talking! Get him!
Да, нормально.
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Right here. Emerge.
Onto the wind.
Где-то там еще один. Ты куда заныкался? Улетел бедолага совсем.
Right now.
Impossible! How could you?
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary. I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is what I said. And of course, you would believe everything he reported. The only thing you know about me is that I'm a mercenary, but you've never seen me in action. Even though you heard
Нормально, прям по фактам, слушай, раскидала.
You believe that Candace was the only one doing all the real fighting. That so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others. That's what you thought, right?
You lied in the village. Because you figured that we'd have people.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart. Pathetic. Okay, that should be all of them.
Нормально, нормально.
Planning this since we were in Aru Village?
No task can be done without preparation. I just happened to notice a couple suspicious-looking people while you were out investigating.
Да, все-таки она их заметила.
Oh, but instead of catching them right away...
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want to get the real catch, we have...
Oh, you mean the funny name she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house? The wide-eyed butcher, scar-riddled bandit...
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Edgar, the wide-eyed butcher, and Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit. Alcohol has a way of making people share what they really think. So Edgar and Delavar are always rambling in the tavern.
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first, and then try to track him down. That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of the villagers you talked to. You know, the one who wanted to treat Isak and his grandpa to some food.
Wait, so he's a radical too?
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on a random villager name to make the eavesdropper think that I was making some wild guesses based on my impressions.
Wow, what a genius idea!
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from...
So, that thing you were saying...
About what?
About how mercenaries
Что-то опять
only care
слишком
about
много
Laura,
песка как-то.
and that any...
Does that bother you?
Прям картинка резко как будто бы изменилась.
What makes you so sure?
Dia, do you dislike the Dendro Archon like...
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion and gratitude. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday... I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in the Scarlet King, making the... But I see through it all. And unlike them, I can never be hostile towards anyone who's never done anything wrong.
Dia...
Справедливо.
Anyway, looks like we're done with business here.
Теперь ждем
Traveler,
скин на
lend me a
Яку.
hand. Let's tie him up and bring him to the village.
Жду скин на Сяо.
This should be all of them. I'll let you take it from here.
All right. I'll be in touch.
Candace, do you need any help?
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too. She's been guarding Aru Village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring...
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, Traveler. As for these idiots, let's just hope they live to see another day.
Так, с 6 по 12. Скин Аяки будет легендарная, стоп анимация а-ля Делюка. То есть очень платно.
Hey, Dia!
Right on time. We'll know any moment now.
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know Candace pretty well.
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she's an extremely strong warrior, she never misuses her powers against...
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say, never...
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she. Us mercs, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day to the next.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great too.
Really?
А, кстати, когда будут ближайшие новые скины-то? Улыбается.
Oh, Sayno's here, and he's pretty early too.
Yes, I was here yesterday to help out a little.
Скины раз в полгода примерно, то есть весной. Фу, как долго еще ждать?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Oh, you mean you taught Candace some more persuasive methods?
Right.
На примере Альхайтама
Come on in,
вообще.
everyone. Come on, let's go inside.
Ну да, долго кека была весной, далеко осенью. Угу.
Do I?
А летом фишель дали. Может, зимой кто-то будет, а?
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners of your mouth.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Yes, ma'am. Please, don't beat us anymore. We're gonna die.
Well, looks like Sayno taught her well.
Хочу скины на Аята и Олу. Сливы про скины Аяки дали надежду, что всем ивентам сделают.
You fear death yourselves, yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The absurdity is mind-boggling. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family. You come here to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal. Tell me, what would you do to you in my position?
Mercy! Please have mercy!
You've made your bed.
We may both be desert dwellers, but there is one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of the Scarlet King will only result in war. And the people of Aru Village care little about which god is in power. Life may be tough and tiring, but we wish to preserve our way of life. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have. And that is not a responsibility that you can afford to shoulder.
В нынешних реалиях подобные диалоги читать как-то неловко.
We understand. We're sorry. I'll tell you everything I know. Please, just let us go.
Блин, сделали бы они, кстати, еще немного небольшую переделку еще каких-нибудь персонажей. Вот халявно именно. Как они делали с Джин, с Эмбер, с Розалией. Потом, кто там еще был? И Мона.
Mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in the Scarlet King's...
They're called Village Keepers. Slip up again and you'll regret it.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread word about the Scarlet King's resurrection and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help facilitate the... I'm not sure.
That's one.
Huh?
Один.
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything. It was all him.
Кстати, а у Сайно уши настоящие? Не, не настоящие.
2.
2.
The gods still lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there.
Uh-oh.
You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth, I swear. Just ask them if you don't believe me.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to keep his secrets. No way.
Нормально их там Сайно-то запугал, слушайте.
And he's always careful to cover his face. He calls himself the Scarlet King's envoy.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Uncle Anpu.
Походу, они его все-таки взбесили.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man.
Но с другой стороны, это было предполагаемо, чтобы они ничего не услышали.
Some time ago, people from the academia attempted to take the village keepers away. It strikes me now that this...
Which means it's highly likely that the academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radical... They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back?
Not the academia again.
Just as I thought.
Везде эта академия крутится, слушайте. Везде.
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the academia. A change in the... Regardless, our top priority now is locating the village keepers.
You're right. Isak is still waiting for news on his grandpa.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them
И
down.
Микс Роза еще вроде...
Yes.
Да, обсуждаете, у кого реально настоящие уши.
You got it. Candace, I'll let you deal with the radicals. Leave everything outside the village to us.
All right.
Let's meet back here once everyone's ready.
Кстати, ребят, сейчас уже заканчивать будем. Ага. А круточки-то не дали. Нифига не дали. Стрим уже... Это супер, а? Вообще шикарно, конечно. Классно.
What scheme is the...
Потому что я так подумала, и проводить стримы более 2 часов это такое себе. Во-первых, после 2 часов, после 2-часового стрима очень морально устаешь, не знаю даже, как это объяснить, как будто бы из тебя просто вот энергию высосали, хотя я себя чувствую вообще прекрасно. Просто странно. Блин, это знаете что? Это надо искать где-то сейчас, короче, у меня сундуки. И искать, чтоб крутить. Что это такое-то, блин, а? Блин, слушайте, обидно, пипец. Да, я сейчас буду закругляться, надо хоть дочитать. Я ж не могу из этого всего выйти.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly I stayed in the village.
Но глазки вообще красивые. Но сейчас он как будто бы смотрит вот в эту точку. Вот в эту.
Anyway, You plan to leave Aru Village and keep searching for the truth of this matter, yes?
Yep. We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here, so we thought that we might as well take the search
На челку
elsewhere.
смотрит. Да-да-да-да-да.
Enough with the silent treatment!
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
All Hatham. You haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at our
Стычки
village.
просто божественные.
Question our choices.
Это шикарно. Так, ты под больницей была? Там где-то 120 гемов в сундуках. Под какой больницей? Сейчас.
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do, which I...
Really? Paimon doesn't believe you.
To be
Ну,
honest,
больница, я так
we aren't
понимаю,
really
это
a
по
team,
сюжету.
so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts. Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
Huh? Right here in the village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
What does that mean?
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single...
You mean some of them lied to us?
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Again,
Не, ну знаете, начало вот этого всего сюжета, да, начиная от Катерины, заканчивая вот на данном моменте, мне он более чем нравится, он не душный, ничего. С ними реально интересно поговорить. За их стычкой вообще шикарно, блин, у меня глаза радуются, когда я наблюдаю за этим всем. Сайно, блин, ну не такой прям уж страшный чел, то, что его там все боятся и прочее. То, что он там какой-то нелюдимый. Ну да, со своими приколами, но, блин. К нам он относится более-менее адекватно. Вообще, мне прям по кайфу. Но у тебя карта на 80% закрыта, могла и побывать. Да фиг знает. Возможно, сейчас как стрим закончится, я впущу кого-нибудь к себе в мир, если кто захочет. И, может быть, кто-нибудь захочет мне помочь в зачистке. Вот, и показать, где эта больница. Босс обезна проходила. Я проходила, все нормально, все, я прошла. Два мужика бьются за внимание Бабл.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars.
Его боятся те, кому есть за что бояться. Ну да.
If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the radical's next target.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so...
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
But honestly...
Аль-Хайтам, походу, это местный Шерлок, слушайте.
Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru Village at night. In other words,
Раньше почему злой был? Потому что у меня лопатки не было. Но Сайно уже победил. Да. На одной части ринга Аль-Хайтам, на другой Сайно, и побеждает Сяо.
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself.
Захотим. Супер, хорошо. Но не прям сейчас. Не прям сейчас. Дождитесь окончания стрима. У меня будет свободно 3 места. Мобильный гейминг. Помню, когда я только-только начала играть на телефоне. Я изначально игру Genshin скачала именно на телефон. И это было прям адово. Я не видела ни одной катсцены. Ни встречу с Двалином, ни вообще ничего. Вся вот тупо на констах вывес. Не, ну слушайте. Я тут даже вот так смотрела, типа, вот это хорошо. Это очень хорошо. Но. Нам. Но вот это шикарно. Я когда вижу этот баннер, у меня сердце прям тык-тык-тык-тык-тык начинает биться. Ой. А еще я сразу уже прочекала все диалоги с Сайно. И он, блин, он реально очень милый. Прям очень. Побеждает Сайно так, как электросял. Ну что, ребят, будем тогда заканчивать. Следующий стрим у нас сегодня с вами воскресенье. Воскресенье, а до окончания баннера сколько у нас осталось? 12 дней. 12 дней. Ребят, вопрос, когда следующий стрим? Время бежит, время летит, вообще пулей. Какая милая вот это. Вот так оставлю. Когда накопишь 6 круток. Уже октябрь, у меня вчера были именины вообще. Но вчера мне было настолько фигово и плохо. У меня еще ровно где-то в 5, полшестого мне написала мама и попросила сделать видео одно поздравительное. Я такая, черт. Ура, ты не могла мне напомнить. Она такая, я забыла. Я такая, блин. В конечном итоге, пока я его делала, у меня настроение вообще упало. Я подумала, с таким настроением даже нельзя выходить на стрим. Прошедшим. Спасибо. Воскресенье в то же время. Выходные. Ну да, короче, у нас получается так, то что воскресенье это именно день стрима. Прошедшим. Спасибо. Спасибо, мои хорошие. Ну что ж, на этой прекрасной ноте мы завершаем тогда сегодняшний стрим. C1 Сайно нас пока проскамил. Может быть, еще упадет, если я насобираю это все дело. Спасибо большое всем, кто был. Удачи, зайки. Гуру.